everybody, it's Christina at Scrapcraft and Stitchery, and you can see Grim is here. He's actually using his bed today and curled up on the bed that I have provided him, so I'm pretty happy about that. Last night I was doing a little bit of bullet journaling and trying to catch up on my planner so you can see my October. We're having fun, fantastical witch kitties for October in my planner. So I haven't cleaned up yet, but I need to do that. I should put it in my planner for today. We've been cleaning up around the studio a little bit, and it's given me the opportunity to dig out some books that I haven't seen in a while. And I bought this book a long time ago, and I haven't really done anything with it. So let's flip through it, and I kind of want to use some of this later. But this is just a really beautiful book. It's art for modern makers. It's a little bit more modern, fun kind of watercolor. And it is beautiful. Look at these. I love this doodly kind of stuff. So this is kind of like what I'd like to do. Because watercolor is beautiful. And you can make all these marks and fun things. And I think this would be absolutely fun. I might try this in my modern collage journal that I'm working my way through. So she just talks about watercolor, color theory here. And this is Anna Victoria Calderon. And of course, she has, papers and brushes. And that's always my challenge, using watercolor. Goes so much better on watercolor paper, don't you think? Different kinds of inks and things you can use with this. And now we get into the basic techniques and already just fun stuff. So this is just doing a watercolor wash to make a gradient and try out some different colors and some different marks and some different splotches. Wet on dry, which gives you very different. I was doing, actually, I didn't read any of this. Wet on wet. So you get this like feathering out on the edges, which is really pretty. I did that recently. And then this is wet paints on dry, which gives you a much more solid line at the edges. Very cool. Transparencies. Here you have opaque, getting very light just by using less paint and pigment. These are all really great techniques to just try. And then creating gradients, very pretty, where you kind of phase from one color into another. I've done this actual activity before. I have it in one of my journals somewhere. Very fun. Great thing to do. Getting precise. I don't know if that's the thing we'll do around here, but there it is. Splatters. Definitely love splatters. I love how this is looks different on the different colors. Isn't that fantastic? Layering colors. So you put one pink color over the other. These leaves are super pretty, and I love this a lot. Scanning and editing in Photoshop. If you want to get a little technical, you can make, it looks like, wedding invitations. Make your own wedding invitations. How neat is that? I like that a lot. Because sometimes you just want to do what you want to do. And look at how pretty these flowers are. I want to make some flowers like that. Leaf studies, because if you're going to do flowers, you need to have leaves. See? I should really just start working my way through this book and doing some things. Susan does this on her channel, where she shows books and then she actually does adds that to her repertoire. And so I'm kind of going to take a page out of her book, I think, and do some of this, because I could definitely, look at these roses. Oh, aren't they absolutely stunning? Name cards. Here we're into the fun stuff with just like making projects. Aren't those gorgeous, gorgeous cards? See, like, I love how this is looped. The writing is looped behind the leaf. Very cool. Butterflies and other critters. Just fun things to do. Look at that. Look at the detail on this. Absolutely beautiful. And then she does all the different, you can practice doing butterflies in motion, so you don't have to have just the one that looks like it was, you know, pinned down onto a card. Look at these ladybugs. Oh, brilliant. I love how just kind of fun and whimsical these look, but these ones are like very realistic. This is just fun to look at, and I love beetles. They come in so many different colors. I actually have a stencil for doing beetles, so but it might be fun to kind of like practice drawing them too. You have a couple of different options there. Make framed artwork. I just think this is a beautiful book to look through anyway. Absolutely gorgeous. Fruits and veggies and nuts. You can make some artwork for your kitchen. Wouldn't that be fun? I should have eaten some breakfast before I did this. Now I'm getting hungry. These look good enough to eat. Oh my gosh. It'd be fun to just like sit down and go through and draw a whole bunch of different things and then come back and at another time like add in like some of the color, so you can kind of do it in a step-by-step basis. Just try drawing, practicing your drawing from here, and then add the color later, so it's not all in one big go. Look at the like shading on this garlic. Look at how pretty it is. It's you just add layers and layers. So pretty. What if you made like recipe cards for, I mean, gifts? Wouldn't that be a great gift? Lettering. I absolutely love lettering. And I wonder if she's just going in with like a marker or a pen afterwards and adding the white. How pretty is this? Just the lettering. Oh my gosh. I love lettering and writing. Just so pretty. Look at all the colors that she's got worked into these letters. I don't necessarily think of like lettering as a thing to do with watercolor, but I love this a lot. I actually did some though. At one point I just had some words like wonder, and I had made word. I think that was my word for the year or something. I had it up above my desk. I don't know where that's gone. It's got to be around here somewhere, I would imagine. Tucked away somewhere. That was a couple years ago. This is very pretty. Here she's adding crystals and rhinestones, which I have some that I never use, so I'm really loving that idea. Just so many cool ideas. And here, like, this is easy, just adding the brush strokes over the letters that you've already done. I really think that's just absolutely beautiful. Let's see. I'm just wondering how she got these colors, like the white over the black. I guess it's probably white ink. Very pretty. Oh, I just love that so much. Sorry, I am actually reading. I mean, she must have just used ink over the top of this, right? That's certainly not like where she drew it in and then went around it with this like watercolor wash. It's gotta be. I have white ink. Because what I need is kind of like to get a... I guess I could do it with a brush, but I think a calligraphy pen would be probably the way to go. And then there's just some different lettering samples that you could try in the back. That are fun. Which you can use those for all kinds of things. Alright, so that is my Flip Through Friday. Creative Watercolor by Anna Victoria Calderon. And I think it's fun and beautiful, and I might try some of these things just to kind of, I mean, I already have watercolors and I already have brushes, so, and this just kind of sparks the imagination, doesn't it? So I hope you enjoyed Flip Through Friday. I hope you all have a wonderful and creative weekend coming up, and I will be back next Friday with another flip through, and I'm gonna go and clean off my desk so I can get some more playtime in, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to follow Gwen the Trash Witch and look for other creators who are doing Flip Through Friday, and follow that hashtag because there's some like really cool creative ideas. People are showing their journals, which are, some of them are absolutely just brilliant and blow my mind, like some of the ones that I saw last week from Linda at Linny P's place, and Maggie's always showing, she's prolific at making these junk journals that are absolutely, I love watching her flip through her journals because it's just like, wow, I see them in pieces as she's going along, and then she just flips through the whole thing and it's amazing. So those are some of the things, and people are showing their stashes and things that they get. So check it out, Gwen the Trash Witch. I will have a link in the description to her channel where you can find a full list of participating channels. It's just super inspiring thing to watch if you're looking for a little bit of inspiration. And I will see you next time. And until then, stitch scrappily and scrap happily. Bye!